Now, hello. Oh, this is now live. And it is. Hey, that was weird. I got all how to do it all. So, anyone of you, handful, whatever, see this? Hello. I'm an Englishman from Yorkshire. Yorkshire Rose is behind me, along with the English flag, because this is England. There is no such thing as a country called Britain. It's fucking ridiculous. There is no country. Don't exist. Never did. A lot of people saying Palestine doesn't exist. A lot of people saying Israel doesn't exist. But Britain never existed. Ever. It's England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. Northern Ireland, never. And in fact, the Irish would rather you call them Éire, because that's their true name, which is ancient and older than England itself. And I'm not Irish, even though I'm supposed to have some Irish and Scottish in my blood. What's brother? I'm a bit of a dickhead according to most. So, hey, adults only. This is on SteamYard. It's supposed to be for YouTube, which is seeming to be letting me fucking down. And if I'm recording this into infinity, this is going to piss me off. Tell you. Same rant live. Are we up? Yes, we're there. So I turn that off and I can just concentrate on you good people here. So now it's on SteamYard, live on YouTube. And Patriots all, and all you other fuckers can go sling you fucking up. So I don't give a flying fuck about you. Well, you don't. You're not a patriot. Fuck off. You can be a patriot in your country and still appreciate patriots in another country, and you are fucking welcome. Hello. And yeah, again, first time again, when I do it this way, camera is not focused. Gizmo. Not quite. Just kiss it. There we go. Ah, ah. Not bad, but there we are. Mm. No, he's not. Better. Still fucking looking over there rather than there. Every fucking time. Looks like. Hello. There we are. And I'm with you this time. Even looks bad. Even though not quite. As usual. Anyway, fuck it. This is the way it's going to stay. Rant on! Why? Why is this rant here and now? I think any who knows who or what an English baby is, those that are not British, those that are not Scottish, those that are not Welsh, those that are not Irish, that stand out amongst the crowd in so-called fucking Britannia. That is not a country. Britannia never was and never will be a country except to the ancient Greeks, where Rome took the name and it's forever been the same and espoused every time they want to destroy the English. And I'm sure looking at this old bearded fuck Gandalf with a bad attitude, you wanted to think the same. And that's okay. I really don't give a fuck. Here's you and bollocks you all. But you proud patriots, no matter where you're from, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern even Ire, air, or rather, as it should be said, air, that you breathe with an A-E-I-R-E, air, air. There's no movement, it's just air. It's one sound. It's not England, it's not Wales, it's not Scotland, it's air. As I'm sure the air should appreciate. Not those of Eier, not those of the Gare, as in German, which is another idea of anger, like Eier. It's not anger. The Irish have dominated England since before the Romans. They tried afterwards and they failed, especially when they came against the Saxons. Because always the Welsh pussies couldn't deal with the Irish and still don't deal with the Irish. As much as I like the Welsh. Oh, some more. Don't know all of them, so hey. And that's not a fuck you to the world. It's not a spin on this to the world. Because you're welcome. Please, have you said. Chime in. Look forward to it. So, tonight's rant is a rant about the state of affairs of what is and is now the state of the islands of what many call the UK or the British Isles, or even the Isles of Britannia, which can also include Ireland, without it being considered part of Britain. shite word. Continue enough, and I'll get back to you on that word. Britain or British is that. Oh yeah, bit warm. Shut up. British. What does the word British mean? Brit. Ish is manor, no matter whether you consider it Irish, Welsh. Yeah, Welsh on that. Scottish. Uh, Americanish. It means manor. Ish is manor. The Brit part is a different kettle of fish. Brit goes back to a Hebrew word where the Greeks took it from to mean of the covenant. Of the covenant. So British means man of the covenant. And if anybody knows about rings and ring pieces, Zebels, and striking a covenant in the old Hebrewic, it's not English. It's not Inish Gael, it's not Anglo-Saxon, it's not Anglo, it's not Albion, it's not Welsh before there was Welsh, the Albions. In any of those, ask yourself why on the royal insignia, at the bottom of the insignia of the shield, there is a section with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 symbols, which are all Hebraic. They're all Hebrew. And that includes in all of the coats of arms of all the royal families in Europe. Why? These are the Hiscon, King, the lost tribes. Those are the tribes that Adrian kicked out, and they spread their arms throughout the Danube to Norway and into Albia, Anglia, land of angels. That tribe of Dan who seems to spread its tribe everywhere. But the others, the man and Esti inside the, sorry, that's probably the other one. Six of the six tribes are up on. I should have these. Well, sorry I fidgeted it because I mean, it's still shitting at me. I think I've got some sciatica in my leg is killing me from my socket joint in the base of my spine all the way down to my toes on it's excruciating painful. We fucking rant on and move around a little. But excuse that for what it is, right? Oh, this will numb some. Numb some. Sounds like a fucking Chinese dumpling. Numb some. Numb some, dim some. I could eat that later. Anyway, nothing against Chinese per se. Chinese. Nothing against any country per se. As the people tend to be good people. Yeah. Zealots, on the other hand, are said to be far and few. Yeah. In one country or another, I suppose that's true. Amalgamate that, and that's a massive amount in every country. And many, I think, will might watch this. I am one of such. Especially with the fucking legs across the arm and back. Yeah, well, try walking down the street with that shit. Ain't happening. Be shot before you fucking get to it. And I won't try it anyway. Look, they're not for defence then. This is going to be a difficult one, I'm sorry. I'll try not to pay attention to it, but I can't help it when it gets to to be nauseating in the pain. It's like you hope you never experience it. Anyway, been told it's sciatica. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. That's only on a fucking phone call, like, because it's difficult to even walk down the 1,000 yards to get there or more. Anyway, yeah. No, stop. Stupid, stop. The rant. Right. I am hearing constantly from all over the globe that certain groups of individuals are attacking other certain groups of individuals. And they are attacking certain groups of individuals specifically. Not specifically, specifically. Put a fucking S on the beginning. Specifically, not specifically. Even it's happening around the Pacific, as well as the Atlantic and every other fucking ocean you care to mention. Anyway, the second group of individuals who have a different opinion with other individuals than every other individual from any other background that is not theirs. Yeah. Told you it's going to be awkward. This is awkward. It's painful. Very painful. Just going to make it a little bit more comfortable. See if that happens. Maybe. Right. I come from a place, as you can probably see behind me. Right. England, Yorkshire. We have the England and George Cross, which is not Turkish, which is not even South Georgian or South Ossetian. Go fuck yourself. Puppet Muppets. In Georgia. The English cross comes from way back in history, if you've never heard of the Lambert worm or the white worm, you should maybe look at that story, which comes way before people started saying that this is St. George of Georgia, it's near South Ossetia, Russia, south of Russia. You know, that's a weird contention too, isn't it? Well, you know, just like every other fucking country with a red, white, and blue, right? Anyway, and if you think a red, white, and blue flag is not in contention, you're a fucking idiot. Why do you vote? It's not in contention. Just saying. Do you know where the red, white, and blue comes from? It's the three colours of blood: red cells, white cells, and the so-called blue royalty. Hence the blue and white rose, the Yorkshire flag, not the red and white rose of Lancashire. Because, well, you got your odd edge stump, didn't you? Lancashires. Did you not? Then, on by me, but my ancestors. But you're all Englishmen. We are all Englishmen. And they're trying to take your county away from you, as well as the Yorkshire county, and split it up. They've tried and tried. Even though I'm supposedly living in a county called Humberside. Humberside to me has never existed and never will exist. It doesn't exist. It's a crap show for fucking political point scoring and seats for the devolved. And I'm sure the Lancashirians sort of giggle at it until it started happening to them, and the way they started chopping up their county and getting rid of the Midlands altogether to create correct seats for. Yeah, you get the idea. It's the movable seat bullshit of non. What do we got? One vote counts. Your vote doesn't count for fuck all. Don't count for fuck all. Unless there's 99 and one and 99 and another in your particular constituency where the seat is relevant and you go cast to vote for another, then it's relevant. Otherwise, it ain't fucking relevant at all. And that's the problem. Non-representational voting. What a fucking scam. What a fucking load of shit. The changing over and the creation of other counties, such as North, West, South Yorkshire, abolished East Yorkshire and created Humberside, which merges with fucking parts of Lincolnshire, the Humber area, and they turned a whole city into a city, even though it didn't have anywhere near enough numbers. Not really, just so they could grant it county status. But that was a fucking lie as well. Oh, fuck me. We are Yorkshire. Underside is Yorkshire. And I do live in. I am from Hull. My whole life, except I was born. What would you say? I'm sorry for the fidget. You're gonna have to pull away, as I do. I was actually born in Hanover, Germany, in British Army territory. So, as much as I hate that word British, I've got no problem with the unification of the three crowns. Now, here's a little thing for most people who don't know, who haven't got a fucking clue how and why it happened. Why the unification of Britain happened. The joining and signing of the Union of Great Britain. Not so great, really. It is nothing as far as I'm concerned. Look, a bee and moth, a giant venom on the world is Britain. Because anyone can be great. And all that come and join that are outside of the four countries, poison it, period. And without the English Constitution, the English Constitution, it never meant anything. Oh. Sorry, I don't know how long I can keep this up. This is way too painful. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. Sorry for money. So the creation of the Union was the signing of the declaration between Scotland and the King of England, George, who signed it. I would quite, sorry, not quite, I would have to say, quite remarkably, on the behalf of George, to save Scotland from absolute bankruptcy. Because they had decided, as Scotland a rising force at that time, to go and invade South Africa. And obviously this was before 1706, right? So they invaded South Africa amidst massive hostilities against the Africans as well as the Boer. So this is before the Boer War. Are you getting it? Yeah. Are you getting it? You are. Yeah, I know. But the signatories of Scotland and King of England signed the Union into existence because Scotland had become bankrupt. Bankrupt. Scotland was bankrupt this time. It had nothing. It spent all of its treasury on an invasion into South Africa. Fucking hell. They couldn't see this coming. Really? Well, until the surely British did, even though they didn't exist at the time. What a good old George. Had a fucking phenomenal awareness. Yeah. Watching these tribes for thousands of years, documented historically in many books that you and I don't have privilege to. You know that, right? You think of the Viking having a vast library, right? That you want to see what the British have got. Fuck me. I think if them two ever got their heads together, which they may have already done, hence the globalist bullshit, each item certain things from the other, which is all saving grace, by the way. A union was struck to save Scotland 1706. Hence, the British was created. No country called Britain exists and never has done. It is only an idea, like the USSR, the United Soviet States of Russia, is what Britain is. It's the United Soviet States of Britain, including Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and England, and surrounding duchies and other covenants, such as Cornwall, Jersey, Guernsey, Malta, and they are about to be lost to Gibraltar, but that didn't come to an. Yeah, hey, the fucking ho. So from there we escalate through hundreds of years until we get to today. Under a false flag, a false crown, a false agreement, which isn't the people's agreement. It's not. It's not the people's agreement. And it has no relevancy, it has no law, and Britain and British is invalid because it's not law. Because no referendum happened against the English Constitution. Remember, there is an English Constitution. And there's a quick list of them, and not all of them, if you get a snapshot and have a quick look. What we have here, fucking hell, I can't fit. It starts with a Magna Carta. I would start with Apple. Apple is great with proofs of your labour or yours. Big one, massive, huge, big start to the English Constitution is the proofs of your labour are every man's right to distribute as he so sees fit. You labour, you grow, no matter whether it's an orchard or a stable, you carpent. They're your fruits. You can deal with them and sell them and distribute them as you so wish. They live to do so. Free, without duty, yours entirely. No one else did. Let's go straight for another. On a stipend or whatever. That's a different stuff. But the law still applies to a point. The fruits of your labour and yours. Unless you don't do a stipend with a contract to provide a stipend to the Lord who provided you the land to grow with. And this is how it's always been. Oh, still, they give it different names, but still true. Forgive me. I can't stop moving because I'm fucking agony and a lot. No. Well, don't worry, it's not going after children and there's no money to gain. It's just a run and feel free to share and not worry about money to gain because there isn't any on there. And that's the intent. Because I'm only talking shit from an Englishman. Oh, anybody got any cures for sciatic? Stick them in the car, it's all, give them a look. If you can sciatic, I don't. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, been a long time since I posted anything. And we've got a quick background into what British is and conditions British up until Alfred the Great. Now, the Magna Carta was much later because there's a more important document that came in beforehand which changed the status of Queen and Booth. And that all happened under a French duke or duchy or duke who was harassed by the heritage lord and king at the time, who declared this duke duchy a bastard, which he was. But this little bastard managed to keep himself alive for many years until he grew into adulthood with the help of many followers. It's actually a really good film on that about William the Bastard. France. No, I shouldn't have done this time. Sorry. But damn you fucker. Managed to, as we all know in history, in 1066, before the Magna Carta, in 1215, would mean that the king of 1215, John, would be a relative of William the Bastard. Funny that, right? Hey ho. But William the Bastard was grateful, even though he medded and budgeted his way to the top and became a proper bastard for what he did and how he conquered the hearts of Englishmen was simply by this. How he would become known as William the Conqueror instead of William the Bastard was to give the right of every Englishman who breathed the free air of the land freedom, unless there was a villain. Unless he was a villain, he was a free man. If he owed no debt, he was a free man. Every Englishman in the land was free. He declared it, he was it, and he became William the Conqueror, because he conquered the hearts of Englishmen by setting them free. And this is why Magna Carta became so powerful when it states every free man of England is and has the rights of the Great Charter. Whoa. That's like the American Constitution is the Great Charter. It's pretty simple. Oh. I don't think I can keep doing this too long. I'm going to have to stop. I want to rant and get into the now. I think I'm going to skip that. So, Magna Carta stated every free man had this, and that's basically the American Constitution. The Declaration of Independence. So, it's like the Bill of Rights comes from 1688. Big leap afterwards, at least 400 years plus. Yeah, and William and Mary, who were actually Dutch, and they were Catholic. William of Orange came and landed here first in full. And we have a statue of him riding on a horse, which constantly gets attacked because he created the Bank of England. Hey, fuck off. And the world fucking hates that shit because of the Bank of England, right? But at the time, it was a different thing. And at the time, it was intended and did actually work very well, especially with what they call these sticks, which shared out money and they had to be all accounted for. And they used these long sticks with notches carved into it, little triangles all the way along, and they were split exactly down the middle. We shared once, and it could be used to spend it. William gave us the Bill of Rights. The first one being freedom of speech. The fifth, which is the American Second Amendment. This is how they look at these are amendments to their Bill of Rights, which is just our Bill of Rights. They're not amendments, they are our Bill of Rights. 1688, 1689. Look at them. women there who recognised Protestant land because of Henry VIII and Elizabeth and everything that came before, that the Protestants, the Christian Protestants, had the right to bear arms and protect themselves against all, all enemies, foreign and domestic. But that didn't allow Catholics to necessarily bear arms, but it did Protestants because it was a Protestant country, even though William was a Catholic king. He recognised the significance of William at Hearts. And this is the thing about England. It is always a heartfelt thing about law and not allowing a small infidel heretic to raise up arms against it by law. By law. It's not a bylaw, it is an act that is by law true. Don't get that. Think about it more. And it still stands today. The Fifth Amendment, the right to bear arms to protect oneself and family, is absolutely in effect today. Even though the police in this country have created policies to make that difficult. Even to drink certain drinks, unless it's foreign, this stuff, which is 9%, which our breweries can no longer produce at 9%, but yet we can sell foreign Polish shit at 9%. Yeah, and that's all good. Yeah. Stupid, Anna. I'm stupid. I know. So, to overcome any of what I've just said here, we need a national referendum to decide against it. And that's what we went. Referendum, just like we did for Brexit. One of the only times, and few times, we have had a national referendum. I voted leave. Wonderful what most people thought. I wanted control of our food. Yeah. Asian food. The foods that necessarily didn't look like a perfect thing that should be put on the shelf in Asda shouldn't be thrown away. To throw more food away just because it didn't match the perfect picture is just ridiculous. And this is how far back it goes. With the joining of the EU, which that bitch Thatcher actually fought against, to her credit. And I don't like it. That was one of Maggie's millions, and I can't stand it. But it didn't mean she didn't do some good things until it was taken out of their hands. Sorry, look, I'm going to have to stop this. I can't keep going. quick rundown. We have a full English Constitution. We have an English Constitution party that is fighting for all of your rights and not to be taken away without referendum. All of these are yours to choose. English referendum part, English Constitution part. None of this can be taken without referendum. It never has and never will be. Even though the British, which anyone can be British, you can come here and as a child and become British and a councillor and a mayor and an MP. Under the English Constitution, it states quite clearly no one subject without 7 generations of loyal service and declaration cannot be a councillor, mayor, judge, MP, period, without 7 generations. And that's the way it should be. Of loyalty to the English Constitution, its ways and laws. Period. Do not trust the English Democrats, for which I was a party member of, will never ever be a party member of, because they do not want English as a power. Only the English Constitution Party want English Constitution to run and to be your right as an Englishman. That means every Englishman is his own lawyer. Every Englishman knows the law. It's simple. It was the point, and it's why the Americans say that even a third, fifth grade or whatever it is can understand the Constitution, because it's true here too. And we are being overruled. We have an invading army that is taking over. I'm going to have to end it here now without even fucking ranting, because I'm in so much fucking pain. And I'll come back soon. So for now, good night.